the Sons of Liberty Riders. We are the Sons of Liberty Riders. We ride two wheels so we can be free. We're the Sons of Liberty Riders. We love our freedom and our liberty. We are the Sons of Liberty Riders. We will defend our right to be. We're the Sons of Liberty Riders. We all ride in the land of the free. Stand up and salute the flag. Be a patriot now, not a drag. Stand right up and speak your piece. You don't love this nation, it's time to leave. We ain't gonna let no corrupt judge dictate to us about the Lord above. We ain't gonna let no law enforcement spit on us without recourse. We are the Sons of Liberty Riders. We ride two wheels so we can be free. We're the Sons of Liberty Riders. We love our women and our liberty. We are the Sons of Liberty Riders. We will defend our right to be. We're the Sons of Liberty Riders. We all ride in the land of the free. Stand up and salute the flag. Be a patriot now, not a drag. Stand right up and speak your piece. You don't love this nation, it's time to leave. We ain't gonna let no corrupt judge dictate to us about the Lord above. We ain't gonna let no law enforcement spit on us without recourse.
That's right.
We are the Sons of Liberty Riders, and we are doing what we love best. We're the Sons of Liberty Riders. You can put us right to the test. We are the Sons of Liberty Riders. We may be knocking at your door. We're the Sons of Liberty Riders. We defend the Bill of Rights now and evermore. Sons of Liberty Riders.
Good evening, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation. This is Texas Biker Radio number 410. My name is Mel Popeye Moss. My co-host, Mel O.G. Robbins. We are here with you every Tuesday night, each and every week. And good evening, Mel. How are you doing?
Surviving. Pissed off, but surviving.
Yeah. Well, I really hope this is working and it's going out. So we'll have to depend on the people on the chat line to tell us, what's going on, because the way it works, in order to keep things from having an echo, I have to do some things here where I don't really hear it coming through the system. So we depend on those people on the chat line to tell us, what's going on with our audio. It tells me it's going out, so maybe it is. And he says, Jamin Rooney tells me, you're on here, so that means we're on everywhere, everybody. But, wow, OG, what a freaking week. What a week. Do you think the folks up in Portland were told to stand down? Are you there, OG?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I missed what you said.
I put him to sleep again, everybody.
I thought you were making a statement rather than asking a question.
Hell
Go
no,
ahead.
I was asking you a question. Do you think the guys
Okay.
up in Portland were told to stand down after the feds left?
Uh, you know, I believe that has a little bit to do with it. Now, if you'll notice, right after the feds stood down,
Mm-hmm.
there was still a lot of activity with those protesters,
Yeah.
and I think it took some doing to stop them, but I think somebody interceded and told them to back the hell off. Otherwise it would look like they weren't protesting against the government.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I think you were right, but I think it took some doing to back them down.
Yeah, they are being controlled by some entity, no matter who it is. They are being controlled. It would have made the governor and the mayor there look stupid if they would have kept on trying to set buildings on fire and stuff like that. So they had to show that, hey, once we were right. Once the feds left, look, they settled down. But there you go. There you go. But it's just.
I understand, though, that there's still a contingency inside that courthouse that will be there for a while just to make sure that there's no sneak attacks.
I'll bet there is. I'll just guarantee there is. They may not be visible, but that's the truth of it. But man, what a deal, guys. What a deal. And look, we want to say hi to the people on the chat line. Jaman Rumi, I guess it's Rooney. That's how you say your first name. I'm sorry if I didn't get it right. Lori Bell's there. Brain Damage is here. Brain Damage. William Lewis is here. We know that guy. He's better known as Geezer. And why in the hell aren't you here sitting beside me? I'm just saying, everybody. That's our SA. But OG, we're winning the battle with the pro sports leagues. We're going to be winning. Everybody needs to double down on what you're doing. Double down. Don't watch that crap. You don't have to be insulted. Don't watch it. Don't participate. Don't spend your money on them. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And if everybody saw the pictures and the videos of the players taking the knee and the damn signage all over the place for that Marxist organization that is the BLM, that's an admitted Marxist organization, and they're going to get behind them? Really? Really? We have better things to do than see that kind of BS on our television screens or even live. You're going to go spend hundreds of dollars to be insulted at a live game? Really? You veterans are going to do that? I won't. There's no way in hell. I won't even watch a college game. And I guarantee you the high schoolers, they'll be mimicking what they're seeing from the NFL and the Major Baseball League, Basketball League, all of them. Oh, gee, I understand the only ones that aren't doing this crap are the professional fighters.
Well, that's probably only because they don't play the national anthem before they box.
Well, I certainly thought they did, but we'll see. I'll check it out because I'm curious now. But if I see anybody doing that kind of BS, I'm not participating in it. I'm not even going to watch it. I'm not even going to give them the time of freaking day. And that's the reason I'm asking everybody that's on our channel, to double down on what you're doing. and spread the word across the world on the internet that we've had it. Politics does not belong in sports. I mean, oh gee, those poor, misguided people, mistreated people, millionaires, most of them, who feel they've been slaves all their life. Couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. Who believes they're owed something. You know, and the George Floyd thing was a horrible thing. That was a horrible thing to have happen. But, you know, they're not the only ones that's felt the heavy hand of the law. They're not the only ethnic group that's ever been slaves. So, you know, throughout history, we've had slavery. And it's not just black people. So that's where I'm at with it, OJ. I mean, common sense tells you that. History books tell you that if you care to open them. But that's where we're at today. That's where we're at. But we're winning that battle because the ratings for these pro sports programs are low, OG, are low. And they're going to sink lower because people have had it. People have had it. And we can whip them back into line really quick. When they start losing money and they have to take pay cuts, and let me tell you, they hadn't missed a damn paycheck, just like politicians haven't. They haven't missed a damn thing. And they're going to preach to everybody else? BS. BS. So, hey, man, you know what, OG? The topic today, I saw early this morning on Facebook, they were talking about the millions of people that are, if they don't get some more stimulus through, about collapsing the economy. I mean, but you know, there's still a lot of commerce going on out there. Texas hasn't really ever shut down.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Texas has been doing pretty damn good compared to the rest of the country.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some folks out there that are hurting because of this, but by and large, I think Texas is working. The economy is still cooking here.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we see some restaurants and things that are closed down. Maybe they can't get their employees back because they're enjoying that $600 a week.
That was a huge mistake.
Yes, it was.
On the part of our brilliant, super intelligent politicians.
Yeah. So now we've got
But
go ahead.
It may not have been stupidity.
Yeah.
Let's continue to examine the plot here about the whole damn thing, collapsing the economy of the country. What better way to get your people to stay home and not want to go back to work than to give them an extra $600 a week unemployment? So it could have been very well thought out.
Yeah.
Now, I would not be surprised if when they do come to some kind of an agreement here, even though the $600 a week expired as of last Friday, that it's not made retroactive.
Yeah. if it's made retroactive like you're talking about, then it means they get a wad of cash all at once. Just saying. I heard a guy the other day. He was talking about his on one of the radio talk shows about his son that had a part-time job, not working maybe but 15 hours a week, is enjoying his $600 a week paycheck. And they can't get him out of the house and back to work. But, you know, I struggle with it because it's not any worse, somebody doing that, than the businesses and organizations that took the, what do they call it, PPE, the money, many of them to the tune of millions of dollars, that didn't deserve it. Matter of fact is they weren't qualified to get it, and they did. And now like Planned Parenthood, who's refusing to give it back. Absolutely refusing to give it back. So I struggle with all this. Because I know somewhere down the line, all this debt that we keep piling up has to be paid. Has to be paid. And from what and we sell our debt to other countries. So, like China.
Well, we'll eventually become like Venezuela.
Yeah, exactly.
Venezuela should be, and they were talking about this the other night, Venezuela should be one of the wealthiest countries in the world.
Exactly.
Given all their minerals and oil.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're in the dumpster.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's precisely where we're headed.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, tonight I was Sean Hannity was I think he was on Fox News visiting. He's actually out promoting his new book, Live Free or Die.
Yeah.
And I'm half tempted to buy it, but I think I'm going to wait until there's some used ones for sale on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because you can bet they're pricier than hell. In fact, I just got I got an email today. If you send a $75 donation into the Republican Party, you get a free signed copy of the book. But at any rate,
what a deal!
What I heard Sean say tonight got me to thinking, because there's a lot of concern over Joe Biden winning the presidency.
Oh yeah.
Now, Lord knows, there's probably enough wrong with Donald Trump, even though I believe he's done a great job. There are things that, I don't particularly care about him, and I'm sure there's a multitude of people out there that can chime in on that.
Oh yeah.
But he has done a great job. He's brought the economy along. But Sean was saying, he said, he said, everyone's talking like, and could it be the end of our country if Joe Biden wins? Should I be saying I'm going to pack up my kids and leave for Canada or some remote island just to get the hell out of here before the country crumbles? And he looked straight out at the camera and he said, hell no.
Yeah.
He said, I will stay and I will fight for my country till my dying breath.
There you go.
I think instead of everyone running around like Chicken Little saying the sky is potentially falling here, is prepare yourself. If the worst happens and they win, we need to figure out how we're going to dig in and fight like hell.
And I mean dig in, everybody. I mean dig in. You can't let them, first of all, I'm going to do everything within my power to make sure that doesn't happen. Because Joe Biden would not be the president. Joe Biden barely knows he's there, and from what I understand, OG, he's getting worse. And that is coming from his Secret Service security detail. There's leaks coming out of that group. And so he would not be the president, period. Even if he's elected, somebody else is running the show. And that's happening right now. That's happening right now. Anybody that doesn't recognize that is a fool.
There's a puppeteer in there somewhere.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. But we better challenge him to come out and debate. We've got to get on top of that, everybody. He must debate. He must come out. And we've got to push him there. We got to push him there. We can't let the people that are in his ear and controlling him be in charge of everything, including the debates. He's got to come out of his hole. He's got to show that he can handle the job. And I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can do it. We'll see. We'll see, everybody. But you better, OG is right. You better be ready to fight with all your might to keep the republic. You better be ready to fight. And I mean a real fight. A real fight. To save the Constitution. And as everybody knows, that's what we're all about. That's what we're all about. And OG, I was going to talk some biker stuff tonight, stuff that we do as we're getting ready for the next legislative session, OG. But I will say this much. We've been at this now for many years. For many years. Trying to do the things the right way. To go through our legislature. To seek redress on the things we're concerned about. Like motorcycle profiling. Like gang databases. Which a motorcyclist can end up in a gang database and not even know it. And not even know how he got there. Period. And once you're there, you play hell getting yourself out, even though you may have committed no crimes. Period. You'll find yourself there in a gang database because somebody was taking a picture on top of a building. Somebody was writing down tag numbers outside of an event. Where there may have been some 1% clubs, but even in 1% clubs, you know that everyone in the organization is not a freaking criminal. We know that ourselves because we know many of them. And there's good guys. And there's good guys that work with us in the state legislature. Intelligent individuals. We've tried to do the things the right way, but listen at this, OG. You listen to me now, you guys. I'm telling you, this next legislative session, if we don't have some success, the BLM has showed us the way. They said they can't get anything accomplished. Black people have never been able to get anything accomplished unless they get out there and throw some fits and demonstrate. Oh, gee, I'm ready to throw a frickin' fit. I'm ready to get out there in front of every damn police department, the DPS, wherever else I need to go to get them to at least to listen to us. Because we go to these legislators and congressmen and everybody else, they say what we want to hear, or what they think we want to hear, like any other politician. And it's maddening. It's maddening when it falls on deaf ears. Yeah, I can't help you, but I know somebody that can. How many times have we heard that, OG?
Yeah. Let me bring it up to so and so the next time we're at lunch. I'm sure they'll sponsor the bill.
Yeah. You know, you guys, and we're just talking about simple stuff. You know, we know there is erroneous data in the gang databases. We know there's people in those gang databases that don't belong in it. Hell, your mother or father could be in it because as known associates. Your cousin, your brother, your sister. It's maddening, everybody. It's maddening. And for you to be stopped and taken to jail for what you're wearing, a constitutionally protected patch, and half these people that are out there, police officers, that are making judgments on you, are making those judgments based on a narrative that's been out there since 1947. Am I right, OG?
Absolutely. The old California myth.
Yeah. It's incredible, guys. We've made videos on this stuff. We've talked about this stuff at length. But you know what? If throwing a fit is the way, and getting out there and raising money for class action lawsuits, I mean, by God, if the BLM can go downtown and paint on the damn streets, so can we. Because when they're painting on the streets, that's just a political message. That's all it is, because they're a political organization. They're trying to push their point of view on you. Well, by God, that street works both ways. It works both ways. It may be time here pretty soon to get out our rollers and paintbrushes. I ain't worth a damn at painting a mural, but I'll try. I can damn sure handle a spray paint can. So, you know, maybe I can get good at it. Who knows? Who knows, OG?
Hey, I'm told some of that street art's worth some money.
Do what now?
Some of that street art is worth some money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I'm sure if we got out there and painted a street tonight, we'd be arrested by in the morning with our mugshot all over the place. I'm just saying. Brain Damage asked, well, I wonder what a fit by bikers would look like. Well, let me say this, Brain Damage. Hey, how about we get out here on one of the major highways and just slow down to about 5 miles an hour? With our signs. Here's what we want. Bikers' Lives Matter. As a matter of fact, there's a group out there called that on Facebook. But you know what? I wouldn't steal the damn BLM words, letters. There's got to be something better. There really does. There's things we can do, guys. We can get out in front of the police stations and raise hell. Yeah, and that's Big Lock, John Brown. He's talking about the Beirut, the explosion in Beirut, Lebanon. Sorry, I got sidetracked there, OG. But that did happen today. Did you see that explosion?
No, I did not.
Oh, crap. For a second there, it had that mushroom cloud. I don't think they've said yet. I haven't read what that might be. It was near a port. And from what I understand, it was near near a fireworks company. But man, that was one hell of a firework, if that's what it was. Because it destroyed homes quite a distance out and injured a bunch of people, I think. But you guys, be ready. When we call for a fit throwing, we'll get out there and just give it our best shot. Give it our best shot. We've had rallies before, and like OG said in the last broadcast, we've had big ones, we've had little ones. So that stuff is not new to us. I mean, hell, in Waco, we put on 7 of them. That went on for years. We spaced them out. Just to keep the sheriff's department busy and get them some overtime. And so, get them some freaking overtime, and that also depleted their budget. Oh, yeah. Understand, guys, there's always a mission behind the mission whenever you do stuff like that. You just don't do it for fun, although they are fun. It's fun to get out there and meet with your brothers and work together for a common cause. For a common cause.
But always have some strategy.
Always. Always. And that's what we see going on in the streets right now. I mean, we're not going to get away with burning down a damn building. But we can get attention for ourselves. We're not there yet, guys. We're going to try to work within the framework to get some people to listen to us, and mainly law enforcement and the courts. Because I promise you guys, the court system here in Texas hasn't changed one iota, and I doubt it's changed in your state neither. The only way it changes is when you have a liberal judge that's going to do all kinds of crap. And generally they're trying to affect a political message and not be accountable to the people and not be accountable to the Constitution. And I get tired of it, OG, when they say my court. That damn court don't belong to them.
Oh, they try to sound like some kind of a god.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They think they are.
But that's where we're at, OG. We're in a fight for our lives. We're in a fight for our Constitution. We're in a fight for our community, the biker community. And you guys, we can't just sit by and let it just collapse. We can't sit by and just let these heathens, these uneducated young people, because that's what they are, get out there and tear this country apart. And understand they're being paid to do this shit.
You got to give them, though, they are well organized.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
They are far better at it than the conservatives.
They're better at it than the conservatives. They're better at it than the bikers are. Because most bikers, they don't want to get engaged with politics. They hate it. I understand that. I understand it. But we've got to do better within our community as we go forward. We've got to do better because everything is political. And whether you're engaged in it or not, it's going to affect you. And if it's going to affect you, your family, your life, you might as well be engaged, buddy.
Well, at a point, you're going to wish you were.
That's right. That's right. I'm just saying, guys. It's an incredible thing. Okay, I want to point out that Facebook, no, not Facebook, YouTube, they sent me a message about a copyright claim. Now, because of that little bit of bumper music I played last week, they sent me a copyright claim. Nobody heard of that song, OG, in I don't know how many years. Nobody ever heard of the damn thing, hadn't heard of it in years. And you know, if you play a little bit of it on a bumper music, maybe one of these young kids or somebody will hear it. Oh man, I like that song. Maybe I'll go buy it. But instead, they try and slap you with a copyright claim, which I think is BS. You know, OG, if they don't want it out there, don't put it out there. That's what I think. I did the same thing with a news organization. They were bitching about a picture I'd used. I said, well, don't put it on the internet. If you don't want it used, don't post it. Don't put it out there. And we don't have any monetary gain off of it anyway. We don't take money from YouTube or anybody else. We're not making money off that crap. But OG, what else is there out there, man? What are we missing?
Well, hell, I don't know. I'm still in Facebook penitentiary.
I chewed them out the other day, man. I posted on there to put you out of Facebook jail.
I'll tell you, they're getting pretty slick at how they're going about this because, you know, all of a sudden they're asking you, they log you off, where you have to log back in, and when you log back in, then they come up with questions, and now they want you to upload a photograph of yourself to prove that it's you, and then they want you to upload some sort of ID, and then they tell you, due to the COVID crisis, they don't have a lot of people on staff, and it may take a while to review your account. And until they do, you're not able to use your account. So rather than tell you that you're suspended, they're under some kind of a false facade here that they're wanting to verify it's truly you for your own protection.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Now I'm at it, what, 3-4 weeks? This has been going on?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what, OG? I told Mr. Zuckerberg, matter of fact, it was a little post to Mr. Zuckerberg. I told him, hey, sooner or later, these two political parties, one or the other is going to take them down. One or the other. They're not so big they can't be taken down. Or even worse, OG, those little communists out there, how long do you think it would be, hey, they're making too much money. They need to be nationalized. They don't need that kind of power.
That's what Venezuela did.
Yeah, yeah. These fools, OG, don't know which way they're headed. They don't know which way they're headed. Just because they bought news organizations that they think gives them cover, it keeps the public off of them. That's BS, man. That's BS. They'll take them down in a minute. And I expect that to happen at some point. I expect that to happen. Mr. Zuckerberg, it's going to happen to you. And Mr. YouTube and Mr. all of them. Mr. Twitter. Mr. Google. Oh, yeah. They're going to be coming for you, buddies. Yeah. Just saying, guys. Just saying. OG, it says that Iran is offering help to Lebanon. I bet, huh? Hell, they can't. I mean, they're having hell with COVID-19. You going to take help from them? And France is offering help. I wonder what kind of stuff France would give them, other than the finger. So they're not saying what caused the explosion, not yet. That's what I'm hearing there. But, Lebanon's another one that's in economic collapse. Because all the wars and fightings and everything else is going on. But understand, guys, Argentina has collapsed 110 years ago, and they hadn't gotten over it yet because they keep doing the same things over and over and over with a socialist-style government. 110 years. And OG, I think that 110 years is about 5 or 6 years ago that I heard that, or read it. And they were one of the richest countries in the world, guys, at the time they collapsed. They were an economic powerhouse. They even rivaled the United States. It's incredible, OG. How fast it can happen.
Well, I still think one of the major problems here is that nobody in this country believes it could possibly happen here.
Oh, they're so very wrong.
I truly think that is the real root of the issue in getting people to get stuff, to get active and do something.
Right. Right. Wow. No, it's always food for thought when you see this stuff, and you just can't get over it. Just can't get over it. But, let me see, it's 8:41, OG. You guys, I wanted to have some biker stuff. I'd like to, from now on, start out with the biker stuff. But there's not much going on out there right now. I was making some phone calls today, and just not a whole lot is happening, because here in Texas, you can find a place open to go have a drink. You can get that here. Some of the bars are back open. Those that aren't overdoing it. And everybody's trying to mind their P's and Q's and do the right thing. Now, is there people out there still getting in trouble? Yeah, yeah. All you got to do is type it in on Google, and all kinds of crazy stuff comes up. But you know what? It's a reflection of the rest of our country. There's people that are just going to do stupid things. There's people out there that are going to try and make a quick, easy buck. But you guys, you got to understand that happens within law enforcement too. It really does. It really does. And so, oh wait there, Mr. Rooney said they quit selling alcohol at 10 here. Where's here at? Maybe we'll answer in a minute. OG?
Yeah?
I lost my place. As you can tell, we've only been doing this 6 years. Or 7, or is it 6 or 7?
Yeah. I don't know. I've lost track.
Me too. Me too. Maybe another beer will help. Oh, okay. He said Ohio. Wow. No, you can still get in here after 10. Yeah. And there's a lot of places, restaurants / bars, all those kind of places. One of them is Razoo's, they're open late, OG. They were shut down for one day, I don't know why.
Well, I think the thing that's still scary is they're no longer talking about potential dates that things are going to start back up again.
Yeah.
The subject isn't even being discussed.
Yeah, it's like I said the other day. Once people have tasted freedom, you can't put that back in the bottle. You just can't. It's not going to work. They're not going to put up with it. Now, I can tell you right now, from what I see out and about, people are fed up. They're fed up with being locked down. Oh, yeah, they're wearing the mask, they're doing all that stuff. And our numbers are going down here in Texas. But you have to understand that we're not going to go back to we're not going to go back to total shutdown. That's just not going to happen. There will be riots in the street if that happens, and we'll probably be joining them. We can't let the Democrats or the progressive Marxists, we can't let them destroy our economy. Totally. It's bad enough what's going on right now. All the people that lost their jobs and businesses are shut down. I mean, these people are going up to the mall. They're just up there walking around. They're not buying anything. Well, they may be having some lunch in the of what's left in the food court. As one place after the other shuts down. Now, some of them are shut down temporarily. Those would be the big chains. I'm just saying. But, OG, I was going to ask you at the first of the program here, have we heard from boots on the ground in Minnesota?
Not a peep.
Really? Okay. We're looking forward to that interview, you guys, when we get it. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. And you guys up around Minnesota, send us some pictures of what's going on now. Pictures or video. You can send it to Gunbarrel, GUNBARREL TX@gmail.com. Send us some pictures of what it looks like up there after all the crap has settled down.
Posted on Yahoo today. I forget which news agency it was. There is now leaked audio cams of what happened with Floyd.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I watched it, and I guess those have been available all along, but they were stifled by a court order.
Yeah.
But somebody leaked them, so now there's a big investigation to find out who leaked them.
Well, now what we got, OG, is the people have that transcript is out of the whole incident of those body cams, and that's really freaking interesting, guys. Really interesting. But OG, in closing, it's been everybody's talking about Dr. Fauci.
Oh, that narcissistic asshole.
And the and the patents that he's involved in, including in COVID-19 patents. Everybody follow the money. They've already admitted that the hospitals.
It's always about the money.
That's right. They've already admitted that the hospitals, each COVID death is money to them. And anytime there's money involved, there's crooked shit going on. And I would say with the hospitals, with those damn scientists, with the WHO, with the NIH, and Dr. Fauci, who's been accused of stealing patents, and we need to keep a close eye on that. A close eye on that. That son of a bitch has led us down this path. For a pandemic that may not be any worse than the flu. And OG, in the beginning, when they told the president that there could be 2 million deaths due to this virus, they sent everybody into a frickin' panic. Not only the president, the people, it runs down the line to politicians, everybody. Is this virus bad? Yes, it is. Is it any worse than the seasonal flu? Maybe equal to it. Or maybe a little bit less in some states. But we haven't closed the country down for any other flu or pandemic or anything. We haven't. We haven't closed down for any of that stuff. And we're going to close down, and the Democrats are wanting to close it down again. What they're wanting to do, they're wanting total collapse is what they're wanting. And we can't let that happen.
Well, you'll notice they are not, nor have they mentioned, how many deaths occur through regular influenza every year.
Yeah.
Because that number tops what's been going on with COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they won't talk about it.
And in closing, when brain, let me see, I don't know where it's brain damage. It said that last week or not. We were talking about mean people never die.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, I don't know what that says about us.
Oh, yeah. I know.
So, everybody, I hope you have a great week. And I want to point out, if something happens out there that we think you need to hear, we'll be back on the air. And we'll be our usual selves going after whoever it is needs to be gone after. And like we said, we do not talk about other motorcycle clubs. We don't pit one against the other. We hope everybody, if they have a difference with another club, that they can all work it out. That they can all work it out, because we need to work together. Not only to save our country, but to save our community. And fight the injustices that go on across this country with law enforcement and the courts. And we're ready to do just that. With that, everybody, good night and ride safe.
And stay healthy.
That's true. Bye.
Good night.